guys, welcome back. Today I'm so excited because we're going to be testing out the new Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'R Concealer and Powder. I am so stoked to try this out today. I'm sorry if this video seems a little late. You guys have probably seen a lot of Fenty concealer reviews by now, but I bought this concealer myself. This video is not sponsored and I was not sent it in PR, and today was actually the first day that you could actually buy it like the general public. So I went to Sephora, I picked it up. This is a completely unbiased review, bought this stuff with my own money, and that's not to say that just because somebody gets something in PR or is doing a sponsored video that it's not a genuine review. That's totally not the point that I'm getting at, but that's just why I'm a little bit later, is because I did not receive it early. So yeah, in total with tax I spent $61.84. The concealer is $26 and then the powder is $32. So I am so excited to test these today. Oh my gosh, there has been so much hype and I am super stoked to test it out. That's why my makeup, I feel like my makeup looks so weird because I have like my foundation and my eyes, but like my concealer is not done and I never like really see myself look like this. So we're gonna roll with it. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already and click that little bell right next to the subscribe button so you can be notified of all of my future uploads. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so first we're gonna start with the concealer. I got the concealer in shade 185. So basically what I did at Sephora, and this is what I always do when I'm unsure of which shade I should get, I'll find something in the store that I know I love the shade for. So for concealer, at first I tried to find Tarte Shape Tape and I was like, oh wait, they don't sell Shape Tape at Sephora. I always forget that it's an Ulta exclusive. So then I went to the Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer, and in that I'm shade Vanilla, so I swatched that in my hand, and then I went to the Fenty concealers and found whichever concealer matched that shade close, because that's normally the shade I use on my under eyes. So the closest one that I could find was shade 185, huge concealer range, which is absolutely amazing. Let me look up how many exactly there were. Okay, there are 50 shades. I knew it looked like a lot, but that is a lot. So bravo, Fenty, that is literally amazing. That's enough to make me like really like the concealer to begin with, but obviously, I mean, we gotta test it out. But shade range, A+, 50 shades is crazy, and that's really, really great. So like I said, I got 185, and then in the powder, I got the shade Butter. I've seen a lot of people talking about the shade Banana, which is like a darker yellow. I thought it would be a little too deep on me. If your skin is darker, I think Banana would be great, but I got Butter, which I think if you're like light to medium is probably better as like an under eye brightening concealer, so that's why I got this. I didn't get a powder for all over my face. I would never set my face with a powder like this. I have dry skin, so I would never use like a loose setting powder. It's just too much on my skin. But I would totally use it on my under eyes. So that is what I'm going to be using the powder for today. But first we're going to test out the concealer. Honestly, I don't know that many claims about it. It just says instant photo soft coverage for all, long wear, light as air, and crease proof. Crease proof is a big one. That's like big shoes to fill. So we're gonna see. I'm obviously gonna apply it now so you guys can see me testing it out, and then I'm gonna wear it throughout the day and check back in with you guys. This is what the packaging looks like. I really like the packaging. Everything Fenty has come out with has had really nice kind of sleek packaging, so that is super cute. Let's see how much product this is. So this is 0.27 fluid ounces. I feel like that's a little. I feel like that's not that much. Let me grab one of my other concealers. All right, so I grabbed my two favorites. We have the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer and the Tarte Shape Tape. So Tarte Shape Tape is 0.338 fluid ounces. So that is more than Fenty, which, what is this again? I already forgot. 0.27 fluid ounces. And then the Born This Way concealer, this is a really big thing. So yeah, this is 0.5 fluid ounce. So these are both more products in the Fenty concealer. They are both slightly more money. I think this one is 27 and I think this is 28, where the Fenty is 26. So it is slightly lower price, but you are getting less product. So just something to note. It's kind of weird because with concealers, there's no like baseline, I feel like, for the amount of product that you get, where with foundations, most brands, you're gonna get 1 fluid ounce. It's kind of standard, but concealers, I feel like always vary. It's crazy. I also just have this other Huda Beauty concealer in front of me. I haven't even tried this yet, but I have it on my filming desk because I want to use it to film with, and this one is 0.34 fluid ounces. So this is pretty low at 0.27, but like, you know, it is what it is. Just something to note. All right, so let's go in and actually try this out on our under eyes. It has a doe foot applicator, which I love. That is amazing. Let's just go in. Ooh, and it's a doe foot that actually moves. I love that because sometimes doe foots are so hard and it like drags on your under eyes, and I hate that. So a nice flexible doe foot, and it feels really creamy going on, which is really nice. Love that. And it actually kind of feels cooling, which I always need on my under eyes. My under eyes are pretty dry. So this was literally just one like scoop of the product. I didn't have to dig it back in, so that's actually a lot of coverage that it gave me. So that's really nice. Like, it might seem like I have a ton underneath my eyes, but trust me, I could do more. I'm gonna actually bring a little bit on my T-zone as well. I like to do this just to balance it out, because as you guys can see, like, the concealer is obviously lighter than my foundation. I like to always use a concealer lighter than my foundation because I like to be like kind of highlighted and brightened while also concealing. Wow, okay, that blends it out really, really easily, so that's really nice. I feel like on my face, I'm not crazy picky about concealers, but on my under eyes I am. So we'll really see the true test when we blend it out on our under eyes. But so far, blending out really beautifully, actually. So A+ for that. Oh my god, you guys can totally tell that I did not self-tan my hands. I'm really sorry. That is why they are so pasty right now. Gonna do that tonight, I promise. But I wanted to get this video up as soon as possible for you guys. Okay, so this is blending out really nicely. I would say though it is a medium coverage. We'll see once we set it and everything else. But I don't know that I would call this full coverage as of right now. But again, I did only use one, you know, swipe of it, so I could apply more if I wanted to build it up probably. It does blend very nicely. I'm just using a beauty blender to blend this out. I know Fenty does have their own little beauty sponge, but I tend to always really love the beauty blender and how it blends out my concealer specifically. So I wanted to give it the best shot and just use something that I know, you know, I love. I believe I was watching someone else's review and they were saying that if you applied it, that if you blended it out with a brush, you get a little bit more coverage that way. I think typically like anything is kind of like that, even with foundation. If you blend it out with a brush versus sponge, you're gonna get a little bit more fuller coverage, but I just always use a sponge. That's just always what I go to. It actually looks really nice on my under eyes. I will say that. It's just not full coverage, but that doesn't mean that it's not nice. Because you guys know me, full coverage is my sort of thing, but that's not everybody's jam, so I totally understand that. This actually looks though like hydrating on my under eyes, which is really important to me because my under eyes are dry, like my whole face is dry. But I do not mind it. It actually has a really nice finish to it, so it's really pretty. All right, so that is the concealer so far. First impression, I like it. Obviously, I have to see how it wears on my skin throughout the day, what it looks like in like 5 or 8 hours or whenever I check back in with you guys, and for me to really give you like a full first impression on it. But now we're gonna go in with the powder. So this is the powder. The powder looks pretty big. So I don't know, this is 0.98 ounces. I think that's pretty standard for powders. I'll grab another one though, just to double check. Do I have any here? I'm trying to look. Okay, so I just grabbed the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder, and this is 0.56 ounces. So the Fenty is actually almost double, so it's a lot more. So that's cool. So it's weird, like the powder is a lot more than usual, I guess, and then the concealer is less. I really like the packaging on the powder. Super bougie and nice. I like this a lot. Again, I am in the shade Butter, so I'm gonna open this up. We're gonna test it out. Okay, so this, it has like a little removable thing, but then it doesn't have, like, I really like powders like this that have like permanent sifter sort of things in them. Like, I don't even know what it's called, but I'll show you because the Born This Way one does have it. See, like this, how like I open it and then the powder can come out and then you can close it and put it in your bag so that it doesn't all get in like the cap. It's just really nice for travel and stuff. It's like a personal preference. That's not gonna stop me from using a product, but this does not have that. But I've seen more brands implementing that, which I do really like. So just something to note. But at least it has a sifter, because I remember back in the day in the drugstore there was like not even sifters on these products and it was just an explosion every time you opened it. So I'm just gonna tap some into the cap here. Just about that much. That's probably way too much. We don't even need that. And I'm gonna go in actually just with a flat brush. I typically don't apply powder like this with a beauty sponge. I use this little flat brush. So I'm just gonna use my normal stuff so we can test it how I normally would, and use this powder to set the under eye. Ooh, oh my god. Wait, this smells really good. I wasn't expecting that. It smells really nice, really fresh. Okay, love that. Love the scent. And it's also very, like brightening to my under eyes. And it doesn't feel drying. Okay, wait, I'm like really liking this powder. I'm just kind of like patting it into the under eye, not using too much. And we are gonna do a little flash test with this, see if we get flashback, see if it's good for like weddings and photography and stuff. But so far this feels really nice on my under eyes. I'm really impressed. And it looks really good too, I think. I might like the powder better than I like the concealer. I'm like, wait, this is cute. And I'm gonna use the powder like down my nose and stuff as well, just to set the areas that I did apply the concealer. Oh my god, this smells so good. Like, I wish I could explain it to you guys. I don't know, it's just like very fresh, it's light, it's not like fruity or anything, it's just like, I don't know, really nice. I like it a lot. It definitely gives a matte finish, but it's a matte finish that isn't drying, which is really important, especially, you know, with me, with my dry skin. How many times can I say that I have dry skin in one video? But, you know, it's really important. Like, powders like this can be scary, but it feels really nice as of now. So I'm really hoping that it stays like that. All right, so far I'm pretty impressed. Really loving the powder. The concealer I think is pretty good as well. We'll see how the concealer lasts throughout the day. I don't think it's like a holy grail for me. I don't think it's as good as like Shape Tape or the Born This Way concealer that I love so much. But the powder is like, girl, I really like it. So yeah, we're gonna see how this lasts. I'm gonna go finish up my eye look and finish up my face. I will show you guys what the finished look looks like. And then I'll just go on throughout my day and update you guys later on how it's lasted. So I will be right back. All right, so I just went ahead and finished up my face, and I basically just did like my lower mascara. And when I do my lower mascara, I use like a little magnifying mirror so I could really see my under eyes, and I was like, dang, they look pretty good. I honestly think it's the powder. Like, I feel like the powder looks really good. But I mean, I guess the powder and the concealer do go well together because it looks bomb. So I'm impressed. Let's do the flash test real quick so we can see. All right, moment of truth. Oh my God, okay. We don't have any flashback, if you guys can see. No flashback on the under eyes, so that is a plus. Let me do it like really close too, because that was kind of far away, just so we can make positive. No, okay, good. Still no flashback. Oh my God. Those are not cute photos. No one will ever see them, but no flashback, which is the most important part. So yeah, I'm gonna go on about my day. It actually is a little bit later in the day today. It is 3:30 right now, 3:32 to be exact. But I have a lot to do today. I have errands and stuff I have to run. I'm going to dinner with my parents and stuff later, so I will check in with you guys much later on tonight so I can really wear it for hopefully at least 8 hours. And give you guys my final thoughts. Fingers crossed, because so far I really do like it. So I will check in with you guys soon. What's up, you guys? Okay, so I am back. It is late. It is 11:06 p.m. I just got back from my parents' house. I am tired, and I feel like my hair looks crazy right now, but my face still looks really good. I have not looked at it up close yet. I'm just looking in this mirror that I have kind of far away from me, in front of me. But I have this little up close mirror that I'm going to look right now. But I am so impressed by this, like, honest to God. Like, I saw a lot of really good reviews about this concealer, and like I was kind of like, oh, you know, well, maybe they want to stay on the PR list, maybe they're being paid, like, I don't know. And again, I'm not trying to say just because somebody gets something in PR that they're going to lie about whether or not it's good. That is totally not the case at all. I would say like 90% of people in the beauty community get so much PR, and it just wouldn't even be close to worth it to lie to subscribers about whether or not a product is good to stay on a PR list. It makes no sense. But I was just like skeptical that everyone was like, oh my God, it's like the best thing ever. Because I had tried other things from Fenty in the past that everyone was like hyping up so much, and I was kind of just like, this is not the best thing ever. But this concealer and powder are really good. I did get a little bit of creasing, I will say that. I definitely do have creasing very close to my lid, like right in here. But it's nothing significant at all, and pretty much every concealer that I use gives me some creasing, but normally way less than others that can be really bad, and this one is not bad at all. Definitely on par to my favorite concealers like Shape Tape and the Too Faced Born This Way one. Very minimal creasing, so I can't say anything bad about that. And my under eyes do not feel dry at all, which is a huge plus for me, again, because like I said, I have dry skin, so especially with powders and stuff like this, I get really nervous when I'm trying new under eye concealers and stuff, because if it dries out my under eyes, I'm just gonna hate it and it's gonna look like horrible. But this really looks nice. It lasted really well, so I do really think that's great. The only thing that I can say about the concealer is that it's not as full coverage. Like, this is more of a medium coverage, I would say, a natural coverage. So I think this would be great as like an everyday concealer, or great for people that don't want something super full coverage. Because like for me, Tarte Shape Tape or the Too Faced Born This Way is like super full coverage, and that is an everyday concealer to me because that's what I like. But I totally know that a lot of people, that would be way too much for them on a daily basis. So I think this is actually really great. Do I think this is gonna replace Tarte Shape Tape or Too Faced Born This Way? No. It's not as good just because it does lack that coverage, and I do like more full coverage, but I definitely do not think that it is a bad concealer by any means. The powder though, hunty, oh my God, this is like my new baby, okay? I am gonna be using this non-stop. The only thing about this that I don't like is that it doesn't have the built-in sifter, because like if you guys can see, like there's a lot in the top now. Just because it is open. So I would have loved if there was like a built-in sifter, then I would have been like, honey, there is no competition. But I still really love this. It's not gonna stop me from using this product, definitely not. It is really beautiful. I'm just gonna keep it stored like this and hopefully the powder will all stay in. And I guess maybe I won't travel with it, because then it normally, when it's in the airplane and it's flying all over the place, then you open the cap and it's filled with powder. So maybe not the best for travel, but for everyday usage, I am totally gonna be using that. Love, love, love the powder. I feel like the powder honestly made the biggest difference on my under eyes, because not only did it set my under eyes and brighten them, but I do really feel as though it blurred them, which a lot of powders claim to do, but don't actually do. This, I really, really feel like it did. So the powder is like A+++, and like the concealer, I guess I would give maybe like a B+, like definitely not a bad concealer, definitely not my favorite though either, but the powder is like next level, amazing, I'm obsessed. And actually, I think I may go back and actually get a powder to set my whole face with, because I told you guys in the beginning that I would never really use a loose powder like this to set my whole face because I'm dry. But the powder really does not feel drying at all on my under eye, so I do really feel like I could apply it to my whole face. And because it kind of had that blurriness, I feel like it would be beautiful on my entire face. So I want to go back and see if they have like a shade that would match all over my face and pick that up as well. So if you're looking for something from this collection, I would definitely say go with the powder, and also you get so much. The powder, 0.5 fluid ounces, is a lot more than other powders that we've seen and we looked at, so it's a good deal and I really love it. And if you're looking for a more natural concealer, you may like the concealer as well. But that is my thoughts, unbiased. I really do think it's great. It is worth the hype. It really is. So I hope you guys like this video. Let me know down below if you've tried the products or you plan on trying them. What did you think? I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.